friends, it's Miss Parkin. Let's get started with our pride song. I have a positive attitude. I'm responsible, have integrity. I'm dedicated and exceed expectations. I have Jackrabbit pride. Yeah! I have Jackrabbit pride. Yeah! I have Jackrabbit pride. Yeah! I have a positive attitude. I'm responsible, have integrity. I'm dedicated and exceed expectations. I have Jackrabbit pride. Yeah! Let's continue with our story today. So, last time, where we left off Swimmer, Jumper, and Skipper, they were hunkered down in the bunny burrow that belonged to Swimmer and his family because of the flood that came around the bunny burrow. They were able to step outside a few feet for some sunshine, but all around them, they couldn't, go play in the field like they want to, or Swimmer couldn't swim because when floodwaters come, that's when different animals came around. Animals that love to eat jackrabbits. Yum, 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 yum. So Swimmer's mom told him that he couldn't swim. And Swimmer was disappointed. And Jumper was disappointed too because he doesn't like jumping in just one place. He'd like to go jump, try to jump higher than a tree or a bush. Sometimes he'd do jumping competitions where he'd have if there were bushes in a row, he'd try to jump over every single bush without falling into the bush and getting prickles all over his fuzzy fur. And so Swimmer was kind of disappointed. Jumper was kind of disappointed that he couldn't jump wherever he wanted to. And Skipper was actually okay because Skipper is kind of a bookworm. So he was okay settling in Swimmer's bunny burrow and reading the books from his family bookshelf. Now, Swimmer, Jumper, and Skipper, they thought, you know what? We're only going to be here for a day or two, maybe. It's not going to be that big a deal. I mean, soon the water will go down super fast, and then we'll get to do whatever we want to do. This is great. And so 1 day passed, 2 days passed, 3 days passed, and the water went down an inch. And Jumper, he was super agitated because he was like, man, I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go jump over my awesome bushes to see how awesome I'm a jumper. And Swimmer was like, I haven't swam, one of those words. He hasn't gone to school yet, so his grammar might not be exact. He's like, I haven't swam in 3 days. I've never gone 3 days without swimming, except for when I was an itty bitty bitty bunny, but I was blind, so that was okay. So I wasn't swimming yet. But I really want to swim. Man, what am I gonna do? And even Skipper, the bookworm as he was, by the time 3 days has passed, he was like, okay, I've read every single book in Swimmer's family bookshelf twice. And I even have some of them memorized. I need something new to read. And there's nothing new to read. What am I going to do? And so at the end of the 4th day, Swimmer, Jumper, and Skipper were sitting in Swimmer's family room, lamenting the agony of what it was that life was not normal. Jumper would be like, if I have to jump, if I have to do my 200 jumps in the same spot, looking at the same view, looking at the same flooded water. I'm gonna lose my mind. Swimmer was like, you're complaining. Like, I would love to swim in all that water, but I can't, or else I'm gonna get eaten by some unknown creature that likes to eat jackrabbits. I haven't swum in 3 days. I haven't swum in 3 days since I was like born, and I was blind, so that doesn't really count. I'm losing my mind. You're losing your mind, Skipper said. I've memorized pretty much every book in your family library. I've memorized all of them. I'm even quoting them in my sleep. There's like no new books. You don't have any other books besides the books in your library? No. We have like 50 books. Wasn't that enough for like 2, 3 days or like 2, 3 years? I mean, like, we got a lot of books. Swimmer, you're not a reader, so you don't understand. My family library has like thousands of books in our family library. And I read through all of them within 5 years. So your 50 books are nothing. I'm losing my mind. And so the three jackrabbits bickered on and on of who had it worse, who was the biggest complainer, who had the right to complain the most. And they weren't the only ones in their bunny burrow. Swimmer's mom had been in the bunny burrow for 3, 4 days now herself. And as much as she loved being in her bunny burrow, there comes a time where every now and then she'd like to go for a walk. And she hadn't been able to do that. But being a good mom, she kept a positive attitude. She's like, you know what? I'm going to have a good positive attitude for Swimmer, Jumper, Skipper, his friends, and all my 1,572 children that lived in the bunny burrow as well. And so she was listening to the boys complaining, and she said, boys, that's enough. But Mom, it's like so terrible. Is it? Yes, it's so terrible. Well, you boys are focusing on all the things you can't do right now. But you haven't thought of the things that you can do. What do you mean, Mom? Yeah, like what do you mean, Mrs. Swimmer's mom? Well, you three are good friends, right? Yeah, we're good friends, Skipper said. And Swimmer was like, yeah, like these are my friends. Like love hanging out with them. And like, Jumper will teach me how to like jump a little bit better. Well, you're not much a better jumper now. I'm getting a little better. And Swimmer will teach me like swimming. And I'm pretty good at it, Skipper said. Well, you're like okay, Swimmer said. No, I'm pretty good. Okay, you're like pretty good okay. So, do you like spending time with each other? Swimmer's mom asked them. They're like, yeah, we do. And I'm sure y'all thought that y'all wanted to do a slumber party sometime. Yeah, that'd be cool. To do like a slumber party? And Swimmer was like, yeah, like we could do like charades and like act out like all the stories that I've memorized in my head. And Swimmer was like, I bet I'd be really good at like acting out like swimming because I'm like the best swimmer here. So y'all want to have like a slumber party sometime? Yeah, we want to have a slumber party, the boy said. And Swimmer's mom said, well, boys, y'all spent so much time complaining. Y'all haven't realized that in some sense, being stuck here, it's kind of like a super long sleepover party. Oh. And so they decide to make the most of the time that they had stuck together to try to have the most epic sleepover slumber party ever. Let's end with our Jackrabbit chant. We are Jackrabbits. We show our pride at the end of the day. We know we've tried. Believe we can achieve. We'll reach any dream. We are Jackrabbits. We are a team. Woo! One school, one team. One school, one team. Bye. See you tomorrow.